Perhaps every one of us has, at least once, experienced the feeling of losing someone we love. A father, a mother, a soulmate, or simply someone who made our life feel more meaningful. The day they left, even the air in the house seemed to grow still. The chair is still there, the picture still smiles just like before. But our hearts know the world is no longer the same. Sometimes, in the middle of the night, we suddenly wake up, feeling as if they are still somewhere near. So close, yet just out of reach. And we ask ourselves, where are they now? Can they still feel my love? Those questions remain, quiet, yet persistent. Because true love never really disappears. It only changes its form into longing, into prayer, into the hope that one day we will meet again. If you are carrying that kind of longing in your heart, then this video is for you. Tonight, I want to invite you to sit down for a moment, just a few minutes, to look at death through the eyes of God, not as a loss, but as a journey back to the light, where love has never been separated. And if you love stories that bring healing to the soul, stories that help us understand more about life, about the soul, and about His love, please like this video, share it with someone who may need a bit of peace, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue our journeys together, where we learn to see life and even death through the eyes of God. The fear and misunderstanding humans have about death. Humans are born with a very primal fear, the fear of losing. As children, we fear the dark. As we grow up, we fear being left behind. And when we witness someone's passing, we fear that we will never see them again. To us, death is an emptiness that cannot be filled, a goodbye with no reply, the very thing that makes our hearts tremble. We see our loved one lying there, so still. We stand by the bedside, holding the hand that is slowly growing cold, and we cannot say anything except 2 words. Please stay. But no matter how tightly we try to hold on, they still leave, as softly as a final breath. And in that moment, everything inside us seems to collapse. For generations, humanity has believed that death is the final end, that once the soul leaves the body, everything fades away. Some see it as punishment, the consequence of sin. Some believe that death is simply the end, that nothing exists beyond that invisible veil. We fear death because we do not know what comes after. We fear the unknown, the darkness we cannot see through. But because of that lack of understanding, we have given death the wrong image: cold, lonely, and terrifying. In truth, God never created death to end human existence. He created life, and everything that comes from Him carries life within it. Death is not the opposite of life. It is simply a doorway, opening into another form of living, lighter, purer, and more real. When someone departs, they do not disappear. They only change form. We just can no longer see them with our physical eyes, but our souls, if we learn to listen, can still feel that they are near. Like a gentle breeze, a soft ray of light, or just a warm feeling in the heart when we think of them. And perhaps death does not come to take away, but to return that soul to the light from which it was born. It is only that we are not yet calm enough to see the loving hand that reaches out to welcome them from the other side. How God sees death. In the Bible, Jesus once said, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though they die, shall live." John 11:25. That single sentence has echoed through centuries, because in it, Jesus was not speaking about the body, but about the soul. He never saw death as an ending, but as a transformation, a journey in which the soul leaves the body and returns to the eternal source of light. God created life, and therefore everything that comes from Him lives forever. Even when the body fades away, the soul remains within His love. To God, there are no dead people, only souls who have changed their dwelling place. When a soul departs from this world, God does not stand far away, watching. He personally welcomes them home, like a father embracing his child, returning after a long journey. No blame, no judgment, only open arms and unconditional love. Some may ask, why does God allow us to die? The answer lies within the very circle of life. Without death, we would never learn to cherish every moment, to love deeply, or to forgive in time. Death, in God's eyes, is not a taking away, but a homecoming. The soul is not lost. It is simply freed from the garment of the body, so it can become lighter, brighter, and more real. God sees death through the eyes of compassion, not through the lens of loss. He does not see each departing soul as gone, but as made whole, restored to its original purity. And if we could see through His eyes, we would understand. Death is not falling into darkness, but stepping through a doorway that leads to the light that never fades. A place where there are no tears, no pain, only pure love, wrapping every soul like an eternal sunrise. A true near-death story, Mary C. Neal, Return from the Light. In 1999, Mary C. Neal, an American orthopedic surgeon, went kayaking with her husband and friends in southern Chile. While navigating a powerful waterfall, her kayak flipped over. Mary became trapped underwater, pinned by the strong current for more than 15 minutes. Her companions tried desperately to pull her out, but no one believed she could survive. When they finally brought her to shore, her heart had stopped beating, and yet, in that very moment, Mary said she had never felt more alive. She recounted that as the water filled her lungs, fear never came. Instead, she felt an overwhelming sense of peace. All the sounds of the world disappeared. Then she found herself separating from her body, weightless, drifting gently above the swirling river. Mary saw everything clearly, her friends panicking as they tried to save her, while she stood there, calm, without pain, without fear. Then a radiant light appeared. A light unlike any light of this world. It did not just shine, it was alive. She felt surrounded by a love so deep, so tender, so unconditional. And within that light, she recognized familiar souls waiting for her, loved ones who had passed long ago, now smiling and reaching out their arms to welcome her. Mary said they did not speak with words, but she heard them in her heart. "You are home." In that moment, she understood that she had not died. She had simply returned to the light her soul had always belonged to. There was no suffering, no time, only pure love. Then, she felt the powerful presence of God, not as a visible figure, but as an infinite energy embracing everything. He did not question, he did not judge. He simply sent her one message. "You must go back. There is still something you have not yet finished." And in an instant, Mary felt herself being pulled back into her body. The heaviness and pain returned, but her heart was forever changed. It was now overflowing with light and love, leaving no space for fear. When she opened her eyes, she wept, not out of fear, but because she now knew that what awaits us beyond is not darkness, but light. And within that light, there is God. Since that day, Mary has never feared death. She said, "Death does not take anything away. It only brings us back to where we truly belong, back home." Her story spread around the world, written into books, and became a powerful testimony that God does not take away to end. He welcomes back to begin another form of life, one that is more beautiful, more radiant, and more real. The journey of the soul after leaving the body. When the soul leaves the body, everything earthly seems to fade away like morning mist. There is no more weight, no more pain, no more time. That soul, light as the first breath of creation, begins to rise, wrapped in a gentle warmth, like a mother embracing her child after a long journey. It is said that in that very moment, our truest self is revealed. No more masks, no more fear. Only the pure essence of who we truly are, the part of the soul that belongs to God. In many near-death stories, those who returned all spoke of the same thing. They were welcomed by love. No one was alone. No one was abandoned. Souls who had gone before, grandparents, parents, friends, appeared like small guiding lights across an ocean of radiant light. There was no judgment as humans imagine. No courtroom, no punishment, only complete understanding. The soul reviewing its entire life, not to be condemned, but to learn how to understand and love itself more deeply. And it is in that moment that the soul realizes every pain, every wound, every loss in life were just small chapters in its journey back to the light. God did not create death to end anything. He created it as the doorway home. And when that door opens, the soul steps through, light as a leaf falling from a branch, not downward, but upward. On the other side, there is no such thing as the end. There is only unending love, a boundless love where every soul is embraced in His light. A message for those who remain. If we can understand how God sees death, we will realize that He never takes anyone away from us. He simply brings them home first, to a place with no pain, a place of eternal light and peace. The pain we feel when we lose someone we love is real, but in God's eyes, it is not loss. It is an invitation to love more deeply, live more fully, and trust more completely. They did not leave to make us despair. They left to remind us that every breath, every moment is precious, because it is our chance to love, to forgive, and to live a meaningful life. One day, when our own journey ends, we will see that nothing ever truly disappears. Every prayer, every tear, every memory of love, all of it is kept in the heart of God. So instead of asking, why did they have to go? Try saying, thank you, God, for letting me love them. When we can feel gratitude even in loss, we will see that love never leaves us. It is simply waiting for us in another place, brighter, calmer, and eternal. If you are missing someone tonight, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and whisper, I know you are keeping them safe. You will feel something gentle within your heart, a quiet stillness that is not sadness, but the faith that they are still somewhere close, in the arms of God, within His tender light. Death is not the end. It is a peaceful sunset where the soul softly closes its eyes in this world and opens them in the dawn of eternity. And when our time comes, we too will be welcomed home. Not in loneliness, but with a gentle voice saying, My child, it is time to come home. If this video has touched your heart, please like it, share it with someone who may need a little light, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue our next journeys together, where we learn to see life, death, and even loss through the eyes of God, filled with love, peace, and hope. Because in Him there is no separation, only souls finding their way back to the light.